Hi everyone, this is the D3F Folding Mini e-bike from DYU Cycles. It's compact, sturdy, simple to set up and ride, and probably the safest e-bike you could ever buy as a first-time e-bike purchase. Now, DYU did send this to me to review for you, but I assure you I did ride it around for a few weeks and I do have some honest feedback. The majority of it is good, but there are a few things that I did not like. More on that in a moment. The first thing I would say about the D3F is how simple it is to own and operate. There are no shifters, cassettes, or derailleurs as it's a single-speed bike with a 12-tooth gear in the rear and a larger 38-tooth gear in the front. And while some might not like a single speed, I found this to be a breath of fresh air as it adds to the simplicity of purchasing your first e-bike. In fact, this bike is probably the least complicated e-bike you could ever own, and it's a seriously good deal coming in at under $500. If you're inclined to learn more about the D3F or to buy one for yourself, we hope you'll use the link in this video's description, as it not only takes you to the current best price in your region, but we also negotiate discounts with the manufacturers that we work with specifically for our viewer. My next favorite thing about the D3F is its portability. Featuring small 14-inch by 2¼ tires, handlebars and pedals that fold, and a lightweight frame, this bike can be stored almost anywhere. And while most standard e-bikes weigh between 50 and 100 pounds, the DYU D3F weighs a mere 38 pounds, or 17 kilograms if you're on the metric system. And despite that lower weight, the D3F still feels pretty hardy, supporting a total weight of up to 265 pounds. Personally, I'm 6 foot even and about 175 pounds, and I had no trouble riding this bike whatsoever. Another thing that I love about the D3F is that the electronics and battery housing has a nifty cutout section that allows you to grip the frame like a handle. This is great if you live in an apartment and have to bring your e-bike up or downstairs. It's also great for lifting the bike in and out of your vehicle's trunk. And while the D3F doesn't fully fold in half like some other e-bikes, the handlebars do fold to one side, and the seat post can be removed completely, resulting in folded dimensions of 46 by 8 by 28 inches. And to take portability even one step further, when I was putting the D3F into the shed on my back porch, I noticed that the pedals can actually be folded too. While this only saves a few inches on either side of the bike, this clever feature could be the one thing that helps you fit your new e-bike into a nice slotted area in your garage or apartment. So in terms of portability, the DYU D3F definitely gets an A+ from us. Now let's run down the operating buttons. The left-hand grip has the power on-off button and an adorable little bell. The right-hand grip is where the battery indicator and headlight on-off buttons are located. To turn the headlight on, hold down the button for 3 seconds. But be careful though, as the light runs off the internal battery and, at least on mine, the light did not turn off on its own. It should also be noted that the headlight is mounted to the frame and not the fork, so the headlight does not turn to match the steering direction. Oh, and the rear tail light is battery operated, so it won't drain your battery. The right-hand grip is a full-size twist grip throttle, which I tend to like more than thumb or half grip throttles. It just gives you kind of a motorcycle feel. And speaking of which, the D3F is legally classified as a Class 2 e-bike in the US, meaning it has a motor and throttle, but won't exceed 20 miles per hour. In fact, the D3F has a top pedal-assisted speed of 15.5 miles per hour, which is pretty much what I saw during my testing. The 10 amp-hour battery pack is located within the central plastic housing unit and features 360 total watt-hours of capacity. And speaking of charge, the charge port is located on the bottom right-hand side of the electronics housing unit. The design of the D3F really is quite unique. The flat black paint job with red trim and mag tires ties the design together holistically and reminds me of the paint job from the A-Team van. Yeah, A-Team. Another thing I really appreciate about the design of the D3F is how well the wiring is integrated into the frame. The brake lines and electric cables have this twisted hard plastic wrap that kind of resembles an old phone cord. The headset and handle grips really feel nice and sturdy in your hands, There is no front or rear suspension, which is typical for an e-bike in this price range, but the included front and rear fenders work great at keeping dirt and mud off of your clothes. There is also a single-sided crankset chain guard that keeps the chain from coming off, as well as keeping your pant legs clean. Oh, and did I mention this sweet little kickstand? So, just who is this e-bike for? I think the D3F is perfect for anyone looking to spend about $500 on an extremely portable e-bike. I also think the simplicity of the D3F, when coupled with the lower top speed of 15 miles per hour, make this the perfect option for anyone looking to dip their toe into the world of e-bikes for their first time. The single-speed freewheeling crank means there are no complicated shifters to figure out, just pedal or throttle and go. Having this said, if you're an e-bike superstar with a quiver full of Aventon or Rad Power bikes, then Eureka! The D3F is absolutely the perfect e-bike for you. But I want to know your thoughts. Are you interested in buying the DYU D3F? If so, let me know in the comments down below. I'm really curious to know why and what you have to say. And if you like the D3F, but want to see what other mini and micro e-bikes are on the market, then you're in luck. We've done a lot of research on the topic and put everything we know into this video right here. Be sure to check it out right now.